Alright, I have a 2004 Mazda 3S with a 2.3 liter. I'm going to be replacing this rear seal on here, and I've already cleaned all this up really well with brake cleaner. And you know, it's pretty self-explanatory on a lot of this, but what we're going to have to do is get some sealant, you know, where this oil pan joins up with a block. And so we're just going to put a little dab in here and along this lip and just right up through here. You know, just anywhere you have a junction, pretty much you want to put some sealant to make sure, because you could have a pretty good leak there. So the first thing we're going to do is that, and here is the seal. It's going to be going on here, what this thing looks like. And it's just got a rubber gasket around it, and then it's got the rubber part that meets up with the crank there. And you also have these, you can see this, these little locating like dowels built into the seal here, and so they go on there, they line up in these holes on either side right there just to locate it. So anyways, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get some sealant down here, and I'm going to take some assembly lube and either put around this or around this crank right here, and I may just run it around this so as not to take a chance and get it into my sealant down there, but just want to lube that up. I've got some assembly lube, and that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and get that sealant on here next. Okay, I just want to show you how I've ran my sealant here. It's got a bead kind of in that corner and a generous bead going all the way across. And I've also got some Lucas assembly lube, and I think what I'm going to do is just take my finger and just run some right around this crank. I'm just going to go all the way around it, put a little dab and run it around with my finger there, and then we're going to go ahead and start sliding this on. Okay, now all I've done is just pushed it straight on there, and the little dowel indentions have just, you know, went in to their little spots there. And now we're going to go ahead and work on getting our little bolts back in, and we'll also be putting some medium thread locker on there as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started on those now. Alright, we've got all of our bolts in, and now all we're going to be doing is going ahead and tightening these to about 96 inch-pounds. Alright, we've got all those torqued down to 96 inch-pounds. And the next thing we're going to do is just take some brake cleaner and blow out our threaded holes here for our flywheel. And we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of Loctite and get that fastened back on. That'll be the next step.